From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And San Francisco. To go here.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On second down, Burrow. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It's Xavier Howard who brings him down from his corner position. Their first sack of the game, and it doesn't come from a usual suspect, not somebody up front, but Charles, a defensive back getting in there.
And I can tell you from experience, he's beyond excited to make that play because you're exactly right. It isn't normal to call his number to run at the quarterback like that. Usually you're defending the pass, but he takes full advantage and dumps him to the turf.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Ooh, with a juke. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go play fake. Mahomes. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. 4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. Now Burrow on first down. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Burrow. Complete. Jefferson to target. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Short throw hauled in by Croft. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Mahomes going to throw. A short throw there. That's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. Quick hitter to Jalen Waddle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Mahomes now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 35 yards. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, 49ers nothing. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, he's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Burrow. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this returnable for Hill. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball. And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game. He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll run the draw with Mostert. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Mahomes. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, this from 34. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time of this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Maybe time for one quick completion to get into field goal range. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out.
56-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. 63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score Dolphins 10, 49ers nothing.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Mostert. State, and he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Raheem Mostert, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
What's the game, baby? Get it done as a group. Let's go, boys. Let's go. It's one play. Pay attention. What's the deal, y'all? That's right, man. Play it to the week. Let's do this. Let's get it done. I got you, baby.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, it's obvious, but I can't help but say it here. It's never a good day when the opposing defense has more sacks than you have points. The win seems likely, but this defense is still playing for something here. They see that 0 on the scoreboard, and they don't want that to change.
Burrow able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 26. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Niners are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a two-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a two-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the fourth quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Let's go now, let's go. Make it step up right now. You know what we need, baby. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here. Every day, let's do what we do. Let's go, baby. Do it. Let's go, baby. Turn it up. Come on, let's go. Let's dominate, baby. Let's go. Get something going. Every time that ball comes to me, I'm trying to take it to the ball. Who get him now? He's supposed to catch that ball. That's what we need. That's what I'm talking about.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
25 yards that time. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
18 more yards there and another first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. And Burrow going to throw again. This one caught by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Miami set to take over. They go play fake. Mahomes in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Grant Delpit. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That is caught. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
A first down run there by Mostert, but it won't accomplish much. In fact, officially, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Will go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Jakeem Grant deep for Cleveland. This is taken at the 18. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Cleveland offense making their way out. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb powering forward. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. Caught on the right side by Adams. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. Back to throw here, Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked it on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Herbert throwing again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Dexter Lawrence finding his way through defensively for the stop.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's chosen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Well, they call a run on 3rd and a mile. Not only do they convert, but they tack on some yards at the end of it, too.
They went against what anyone would think would be a tendency, which is you're going to throw the ball on 3rd and a mile, right? But instead they decide to run the football, because sometimes what you get is the defense is playing a little bit lighter. A lot of extra defensive backs, and they're loosened up for the pass. They found some running room and really converted.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Touchdown, Dolphins. Durham Smythe from 17 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you get a brand new ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And the Browns going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Here's Herbert. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert off of play action. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Now Hill to return it. Oh, good move. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Oh, and this one, it may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They've got his man complete. And he'll go down at the 28. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Herbert now. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
The Dolphins take over first.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Nowadays, this has become routine, hasn't it? That was a heck of a route there by the tight end. A great double move for a big-time catch downfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a throw here, hauled in. And getting this just shy of midfield and spotted at the 49. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw is taken in by Waddle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. A run with Mostert up the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
Complete to Jalen Waddle. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
This is caught by Waddle. And he's brought down.
In a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Here's 1st and goal. Mostert. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down and goal coming up here. They'll run with Mostert. And this time he is in. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time.
But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now the Browns down by 7, 1:06 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Herbert. Pass complete. It's Adams. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Now 2nd and 4. Herbert going to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his health. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Herbert completes to Njoku. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Pass complete to Chubb. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Here's 2nd down and 3. Herbert. This to possibly force OT. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida. We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Coming up, we've got a good one here in the AFC as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Miami Dolphins. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Jerome Baker.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Here's Hill on the return. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. Miami's offense set and ready to go.
29-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Well, a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Mahomes going to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. Gets past one man. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's 4 yards there, and that'll make it second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
2nd and 6 from the 10. Now Mahomes. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield. They're eligible too.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Out of the gun, Herbert. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Over the middle, it's complete. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
A 34-yard attempt.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
after the field goal. Here comes Sanders to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And what a return. He's all the way down to the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
I like the call. It looked like the right time to dial up a running back screen. But this one got disrupted right from the start and ends up falling incomplete.
2nd and 10. Herbert now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they have a 1st down well into field goal range also at the 16 now.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second and 5. Now it's Mahomes again. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call.
That's another Dolphins 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Well, now how about this return? So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced. Either throw it or run it and try and win this ball game.
Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line. 1 yard away changes what your play calls are going to be.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Chubb. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage coverage here in a big way. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know they're going through all the possibilities right now, but the truth of the matter is a field goal doesn't do them a ton of good. It'd still be a 2-score game, so to me, go for it. Go for it boldly.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play with the score Dolphins 13, Browns 3.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To the left side and taken in by Chosen. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Makes it 3rd and 10.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. Here's Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Back to throw here, Herbert. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they're going to speed things up here. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Going out wide, finds Chubb. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Hopkins' kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill sent to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Dolphins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Third and 3. On the handoff, this is Mostert. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So now the Browns down by 7. A minute 44 to go. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it 1st and 10. Herbert to throw. Completes to Njoku. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Herbert. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Completes this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Plenty of time to work with here, but the timeouts, they're gone. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Well, they know anything less than a touchdown here at this late stage is going to be no good. They were going for it all right there. But it was just too hard to adjust to that one in the air, and it winds up incomplete.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Herbert. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. And that is taken in by Njoku. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get?
Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Herbert going to throw. Pass complete to Chubb. Well, no, Coach, but there's just not time right now for throws that short.
Yeah, sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. As Coach Madden liked to say, sometimes you have to take what you want.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Now Herbert. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts. But this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. Now it's Herbert. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
They snap it to Herbert. He'll fire deep, looking for more. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Shoves him away. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A gain of 29 yards. 1st down.
Able to power through. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 48 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
First throw in overtime for Herbert. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a first throw here in overtime. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Well, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions. All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. That's 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Herbert. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns 20, Dolphins 13.
Let's go, man. Let's ride, dog.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. Miami set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on first down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Mahomes will throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes connecting with Hill, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Mahomes. They'll try and lay this out for Chosen. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now Mahomes. Outright caught by Chosen. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up third and
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.